What do you see that, I guess, this, again, give us a future prediction. How do you think Tesla's going to do? And Robert thinks Tesla is overvalued. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just saying that as a car company, it's overvalued, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I've changed my opinion on it, but honestly, it's still like overpriced in general. Like it's just way more, and like
On paper, I think so too.
it's valued way more than it actually is because there's no justification for it. It goes
Mm-hmm.
up because it's been going up. It's a momentum stock. It's not a. There's no
Yeah.
justification for it.
But
Like
it's not
if,
a car company though.
I'm not saying that anymore, right? Like I don't care about
Yeah.
if it's a car company or energy company or whatever, but it goes up just because it's Tesla. It doesn't go up because Elon Musk said anything. Like he could say something and be like, "Oh, we're going to release this." And then it goes up or it goes down, right? He says nothing, there's no news, and it just goes up.
Well,
And
people
that
short
makes no
Tesla.
sense.
Well, there's a lot of people who short Tesla, who try to make gains out of it. You know what
They
I mean?
all lose. They all
Yeah.
lose. Like it doesn't matter. Like I did that like 8
A while
years ago. I was shorting Tesla and I never won. And then recently I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna go with it. I'll go with the momentum, but it makes no sense to me the value that it's at right now.
So,
And
Paul, what do
that's
you
what
think? Tell us your thoughts. I'm just curious because I know you've been close.
I agree with Robert. Tesla is overvalued. I I feel like it's valued. Um, what's the wording? Like it's valued as if we were, about 5 to 10 years like into the future,
right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
that's what I feel. Yeah, it's like it's gonna go down as like number one meme stock in
Yeah.
history. um, okay, predictions. Well, I feel they're definitely coming out with the version 3 of the Powerwall, which is I think
Yeah.
going to have double the battery density,
Correct. It's
which
double
is
battery
I'm
density.
kind of
Yeah.
like envious of that because I didn't want to wait, and I also want to take advantage of the I think it's like 20% federal tax credit
Yep.
if you get a solar system this year. So that's another reason why I just went ahead. But I know they're going to come out with a version 3. I'm going to be very envious of that. I hope it's backwards compatible because I might go for that. Because
So
yeah,
you can just
charging
swap
the
it.
Cybertruck.
You can just swap it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking either swap it or just like add on to it.
What does the
Oh, you're gonna add
capacity
on to it.
do?
Just
Wait, yeah.
because
How much space do you have in your garage? Hey, you want to add on to it?
yeah, so you can have up to 10 power walls connected together.
Wow.
Yeah, but I didn't want to. Obviously don't want to pay that much. That's just insane. The power walls are still pretty expensive, by
Yeah.
itself. Um, but that's my prediction. So version 3 Powerwall, and
Wait, before you move on, what is this battery? What does the battery capacity do?
it just determines like how much it can store. So
But you
right
don't really
now
store
it's
anything, right? It goes back to the grid. So why would you need storage?
I want the storage. So my goal is to be off the grid. I never want to pull from the grid, but I have to be connected to the grid if I want to participate in the buyback program. So during the day, okay, so here's like a normal day. So right now, if let me see if I can. You probably can't see the phone, but this is the app. Sorry, yeah,
No
I know it's
worries.
bad. But it's the Tesla app, and it's showing that my home is now pulling power just from the Powerwall, and it'll keep doing that until it drains all 4 Powerwalls, which it's not going to do just overnight unless we have the dry running and I'm charging my car to 100%. Then it'll like really drain it. But what normally happens is by the time the sun rises the next day, my batteries, my Powerwall goes from 100% to maybe about 66%. And then it does take a little bit of time to charge back to 100 because the sun slowly goes up to its peak.
Yeah.
But once it's at its peak, the power walls have already charged 100%, and it's now pushing the excess
Wow.
energy to the grid.
It only takes 5 hours to charge 100%. That's so
It,
crazy.
less than that. Like today, I timed it. It took 3.5 hours to charge to
Wow.
100%. But that's from about 60-ish%, 65%. So
That's
65 to
still pretty
100% to about
fast though.
35% it's not bad. Yeah. And it's
And
also
then
it's
and then
probably
all the
also because I
excess
have
goes to the grid, and you get money for
yes.
that.
Yes, and it's a 1-to-1 credit. So yeah, per kilowatt, it's 14.9 cents per
And
kilowatt.
how much do you how if you pulled from the grid, how much is the energy cost per kilowatt?
The exact same, so 14.9 cents
Oh,
per kilowatt.
so it really
So
doesn't
they make it
matter
simple.
that you have like a bigger battery because you could pull back. Like it's still gonna send out the same amount, and you're gonna pull it back, and it's gonna be the same cost. You don't lose any money
Yes,
there.
you don't, but the downside is I'm coming from paying about 8 to 9 cents per kilowatt before I had the panels. And so if you want
I
to
see.
participate in these like 1-to-1 types of buyback programs, you obviously, well, I wanted to pick the highest payout, but they had options with lower payouts with the 1-to-1. But I just wanted to be completely off the grid. Don't ever want to use power from the grid, which is why I went with 4 Powerwalls. But now hindsight is 2020. I don't think that's enough. The goal was to have enough Powerwall battery for a week, and
It's
after
okay.
the fact,
You're gonna get the
and
version
I'm
3
like,
one coming out. You're gonna add 2 more power
yes,
walls. Don't worry.
yeah, exactly,
And
yeah.
this takes up
That's
space
it.
in your garage.
Garage.
It takes up
It does
space.
actually. It does actually. Let's see. I wish I could give you like dimensions. I
You
can
can
look
you
it
can
up
send
on the
you can,
site.
you can send the pictures over on the WhatsApp
Yeah,
later on. It's fine.
we can
Yeah.
show it later. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
Okay.
actually
interesting.
I think Tiff sent me some pictures. Did she? Hang on. Let me see. I might have
She,
them.
Like what would
I
you
might have
compare
the
it to
video.
if you like a size comparison? Is it like
It is okay. So each one is close to 250 pounds.
It's
It's
pretty
like
heavy.
heavy.
ooh.
It's heavy AF.
It's your height, right? It's about your height, like
It's
5'8",
not
5'9".
quite my height. I would say it's maybe chest level, maybe
Okay.
my chest level, and it is pretty wide.
So it's 5 feet tall at
It's all
least.
wide.
That sounds like it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. It's
Wait, how
it's a
tall are you?
decent
7.
size. Yeah, it's a decent size.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so it's about
So
chest
Paul's
level. Yeah.
5'9", so it's 5 feet tall.
Okay. All right, that
Yeah.
sounds about right. 5 feet tall. Okay.
Yeah. And then it's probably what another and probably maybe another 5 to 6 feet what width.
And they have
So
to be against the wall. They can't be like 3 and 3 or 2 and 2, like in front of each other.
That's what I did. My configuration was actually 2 and 2,
Oh, so you
but it
could
has to
just
be
like
against the wall.
you could just have like 12 of them, and then
You
instead of a
could,
car, you have like all your
you
Tesla.
could,
wait,
but they
doesn't
limit
it
you to
heat
10.
though? Doesn't it heat? Or
Does it
does
get
it
hot?
cool down very well? Yeah, does it get hot? Yeah.
Oh, it has a very efficient cooling system.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I've touched it and it's pretty cool to the touch, but it could be the case. I could, but
Oh, okay. So you don't feel
it
in the
does not get
garage
hot.
being warming up your garage at all, like its own natural
Mm-mm,
heater in the garage.
mm-mm,
Okay,
no.
that's good though.
Yeah.
If that was the case, if it heated up the garage, like that's extra heat for you. Like you don't have to go.
Yeah.
You just pipe that heat in, and you don't even have to use the heater.
Exactly.